Hey, welcome everybody. So, as you guys may have figured out by now, the podcast we had, or the discussion we had scheduled with Ken Hovind and Aron didn't go as planned. No fault of our own per se. There was a lot of things going on, but we had made arrangements prior, and we took a lot of uh, let's say safety net thing going on. Unfortunately, Kent couldn't figure out how to do Skype. But the good news, we have arranged to have a part two. This part two, as of right now, tentatively speaking, from what I've arranged, what I've gotten from Kyle, what Kyle's arranged with Aron and Kent, same thing tomorrow at 7 Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern time, so 4 p.m. Pacific time, and I believe that would be 6 Central, and I believe that also would be about midnight in the UK. If you live anywhere else, Google it, because I'm not going to look up all the various places and give you all the time zones for that. But so far, I think both of them have agreed to do the exact same conditions, but do them tomorrow. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the event as we have it up already. We have the stream on the Nonsequitur show ready to go. I think it already has like 82 likes or something like that. I think we're going to be using that one rather than set one up again for the link, but we'll let you guys know. We will have the promo stuff about tonight or tomorrow morning, and hopefully you can share that. But if it's the same link, then you should be able to just to share that link and get that out there. Kyle is going to be on the Gala's Cranium stream, I believe, here in shortly, and he'll be making a similar announcement and giving details. And I believe he's going to be joined possibly by Frankie on the Geek Room. I'm not sure. But if you have any questions on this, please message me. I will give you as much details I can as it comes out. Yes, we were disappointed, but as I look back at it, I got to tell you, I think this is actually going to lead to even a better discussion, aka bloodbath, when it does happen tomorrow. Make no bones about it. This is going to be brutal. I think that it's been a long time coming. That Aron and Ken have a lot to discuss. I think that Aron is going to have a lot to say. He already has, and he's definitely planned on this. So I know you guys want blood. I get that. All right, I understand. I love the civil dialogue. Don't get me wrong. For example, the Richard Carey and the Kenny Rhodes discussion. Great. I mean, it was intelligent. It was nice conversation, and I like those things. I prefer those things. However, I cannot say that I'm not looking forward to a total death match, Thunderdome, break out the sabers and the pistols and go at it with each other between Kent and Aron. As people had brought to my attention before, they said, "Look, Steve, how can you be neutral when it comes to Kent Hovind? How can you moderate fairly, and how could you be unbiased?" And I got to tell people, look, I try to moderate fairly, and I'll give all the participants in a discussion or debate more than equal time. I wanted them to answer questions directly. I want it to be fun. I want to be engaging. I want it to be entertaining. But that doesn't mean I don't have my own personal opinions. I have never said that I agree with Kent, and I've never made any bones about it that I am very much against young Earth creationism for a multitude of reasons, just as much as I'm against flat Earth, right? I don't have to agree with flat Earth to have flat Earth discussions and be fair to the participants. Doesn't mean that I accept their position, right? So I hope you guys can hold out for another day. We are making these arrangements as we speak. This is a intricate process to make these things happen, especially when you have people that are A-type personalities such as Kent and Aron, and they're busy people. I mean, Aron is a very busy guy, clearly. So I just wanted you guys to be filled in on this, that the announcement is that as of right now, supposedly tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern time, this will happen. So I'm going to leave this open for just a few minutes. You got some questions in the live chat, let me know. Please make sure that you're subscribing to not only the Nonsequitur channel, but to this channel and to channels that are related to us, such as the Geek Room, the Shannon Q, who has no content, but I want to get her to 1,000 subs before she puts out her first content. Apologia, Holy Kool-Aid, Goddess Cranium, Goddess Engineer, Prophet of Zod, even Genetically Modified Skeptic, just for the hell of it, because he has great hair. Any other people I could put some shout outs to? Vito D'Amico on the Rep Comedy Crew, Wrecking Pod Comedy Crew. Go check him out. Let's see. Anybody else? Oh, Silhouette asks, what time tomorrow? Well, for the 16th time, 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. And it'll be no, it is not an open debate or formal. I'm glad you asked. No, it'll be a discussion. It is basically going to be Aron and Ken having at it, just mono talking while I sit back, eat popcorn, and maybe drink some beer. So. And Stephen Bauman says he doesn't have 1,000 subs and he has tons of content. So go sub to Stephen Bauman too. He's actually pretty cool. So I like to get everybody in the Great Debate community to 1,000 subs. I think that would be just an awesome thing to say that all the content creators in the Great Debate community have at least 1,000 subs. And again, it's not so much sub count; it's quality. And I'm not one of those people say, "Oh, I have so many subs and blah blah blah." No, because I don't have a lot of subs. I'm probably the least sub person in the skeptical community. I mean, look at Holy Kool-Aid and Aron Ra; they kick my ass. But the fact that Aron liked what we did and he has some very nice things to say about the Nonsequitur podcast, that means a lot. It really does. And if you guys have not seen our other podcast, go check it out on iTunes. You can go find us there, on Stitcher, and about 15 other feeds. But we had interviews with Seth from The Thinking Atheist. We had Pam from American Atheist. We had just some amazing guests. And I will think that we have on the phone on Saturday Mad Mike Hughes, if you know who he is. He's the one that's launching himself into up into 1,800 feet in the air on a steam-powered rocket from Amboy, which is not that far from where I live. And he's agreed to give me a phone interview, and we'll see how that works out, if that transpires. But all right, so what's some other questions you got for me in the chat run? Because I want to go watch Godless Cranium's feed here in a minute. Thank you, Silhouette. Silhouette says, yeah, the podcast has been great. Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of work has gone into making this podcast happen. It is separate from my channel. It is Kyle and I's baby. We, have a joint effort on it. He's done so much work in the graphics and just brilliant at it. And I'm really happy the way the podcast is going. I'm looking forward to all the guests we have coming up. We have a long, long list of lineup. We also have a kid that's coming on that started something on gun control for parents that will not vote for anybody that doesn't put kids' safety ahead of guns. And I'm all for that, even though I'm pro Second Amendment. I think that we have reached a point where we need to do something. I'm all for having firearms, but I think when it comes to assault rifles, yeah, we need to have that discussion. Something needs to be done. The Goddess Cranium feed has not started yet. I think it starts at 8. I don't know. Let's see what else. I don't know why. Okay, Les says, I don't know why Aron Ra would either bother engaging Ken Hovind. What a waste of everybody's time. Well, it's everybody's time is a waste. It's 500 people watching that. I think what they want to see is the difference between Aron, who knows what the hell he's talking about, Ken, who does not, and Aron, who speaks his mind. Now, we have had debates with Kent before, with people that know what they're talking about. Obviously, with Bill Ludlow and Negation of P, and obviously King Crocoduck. But the thing I noticed with all them is they're very polite people. All those guys are really nice guys. I mean, they are just the kind of person you want to go out and have a beer with. And Aron's a really nice guy too. He's also the kind of guy you want to go out and have a beer with. But Aron doesn't hold back. He is someone that is just brutally straightforward. And he's the hammer. The other guys are the scalpel. So I think what we're looking forward to is not so much a intelligent conversation between somebody who's articulate and knows the topic, showing Kent why he's wrong, but somebody who doesn't give a fuck and is just going to tell Kent the way it is, and we're going to watch it. That's why. So I think it's going to be a totally different type of thing, and that's why I'm not labeling it as a debate. It is not a debate. We made it very clear to Ken it's not a debate. And I like the way Aron put it. It's a schooling. I'm okay with that. So Yeah, Oshkosh Josh says finally somebody needed to be blunt with Ken. Yeah, I agree. So, and by the way, I want to thank the dozens and dozens and dozens of people that messaged me today. I was inundated. My mailbox was blowing up between that and Twitter and Facebook. People wondering what's going on and thanking me for making this happen and just the kind words. Inundated. And I have to tell you all so much thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot that people are watching these kinds of things. People are enjoying it because if they're not enjoying it, then what the hell is the point of doing this shit? I want people to enjoy it. I want there to be good contact. Contact. Oh, yeah, I want contact too, but for different reasons. I want there to be good content. So with that, I'm going to leave you with that. We'll get the links out to you. We'll get the more information as it comes to us. So uh, I'm just reading some of these comments. Steve, I was going to message you, but I figured you got pounded. I got pounded with messages. I'm not gonna lie. If you messaged me today and I didn't get back to you, it wasn't that I'm ignoring you. I might have missed it. I actually marked about 300 messages read on my email. Most of them were a lot of them were subscription notifications. Not gonna lie, but we still have a lot of messages, and I may have just got lost in the mail. So. Uh, the Valiant Astrophysicist. What a cool name. The Valiant Astrophysicist. That is an awesome name, dude. How do we private message you, Steve? You can private message me many different ways. I have G Plus, I have Facebook, I have Twitter DM, I have email. You can reach me at Steve McRae. Steve Ask Anything at gmail.com. You can email me at Steve McRae at nonsecshow.com. And soon, Steve McRae at greatdebatecommunity.com. That email is actually going to be working here soon. Aron Rod G-Man debate, make it happen. We tried today, actually. I did try to get G-Man in, and he, for some reason, didn't pick up or whatever. And he said, "Well, send me a link, now." And I was like, "Dude, we've been off air for an hour." So, uh, let's see here. I want to tell G-Man Aron he isn't an atheist. Yeah, G-Man has a weird argument that he doesn't believe atheists exist. I haven't quite figured that out. So. Oshkosh, I download your videos on YouTube and listen to them while driving to back and forth from work. It's always entertaining. Thank you. You know what's funny is I I didn't realize long ago that that's what people do a lot. They actually do listen to not only just my channel, but a lot of these channels while they're driving or while they're doing housework or just lounging around. And I do the same thing. And I didn't realize that, hey, other people do the exact same thing I do. I actually listen to a lot of stuff when I'm just chilling. I watch a lot of hangouts. And so I'm just like you when it comes to that. I like saying, hey, I'm going to be taking a walk. I've actually downloaded them and listened to them on, a little MP3 player and stuff. So yeah, the podcast, by the way, we're in season 1, but we're just learning the ropes of the podcast. So we've increased our audio quality. We've increased a lot of different things. We are definitely upping our game. So hopefully each podcast is a learning experience, and we're gonna get better and better and better. We've got as Kyle had mentioned, we've got some of the honest to God calls to American atheist by vitriolic theists just going off. They are absolutely hysterical. And American Atheist has graciously allowed us to be the podcast that actually airs them. And even though like I said, I've got my issues with American Atheist as far as their front page, but I got to tell you, Pam is amazing. She is just awesome. I really enjoyed talking to her. She'll be back on numerous times, but you guys are going to love those conversations where we have her come on and you get to listen to the types of phone calls she gets daily. You guys think that the comments left on YouTubers are bad? No, you have not seen anything. They are unreal. People will call the American Atheist and just say how Jesus is going to put them all in hell, and just tell them to do things that are anatomically impossible with their bodies. And I'm thinking these are supposed to be like the Christians. These are supposed to be the theists. I don't get that at all. I mean, I thought it was all about peace and love, not going around telling people that you're going to revel in the fact they're going to be burning in hell while you're eating Cheetos up in heaven. So, yeah. Um, yeah, Nemo says, I don't understand G-Man's argument. I understand G-Man's atheists do not exist argument. It's just painfully stupid. I, I don't understand the argument per se, but it's not an argument. That's the problem. I wouldn't consider what G-Man has as an atheists don't exist as an argument. It is just a really bad understanding of what he thinks perceives to be received from the Bible of Romans 1. And then he conflates it with some kind of naturalistic God argument. So, um, all right. So, anyways, I got to wrap this up because I do want to watch the other feed. Last minute questions, get it out now. I'm going to put some shout outs to the people I have not shouted out earlier. Psychopath Atheist, if you have not watched his channel, go check it out. He's got some good stuff over there. Anybody else got feeds in here? Let's run through this real quick. Oh, Soundly's in the live feed. Go check out his channel. He's got awesome stuff. Oh, and I think I can throw this out there. They didn't tell me I couldn't. So there is a possibility because somebody had approached me, a astronomer had approached me to moderate a discussion on Nibiru with somebody, aka Planet X. That's going to be interesting. So, let's see here. Oh, what's the people are still coming in late? What's the announcement? The announcement is that the discussion that we had planned today will be back on tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So that is the rescheduling. Yes, may check forward. Any word when Aron and Kent will be rescheduled? Yes, that's the announcement tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern time on the Nonsequitur Show channel. So make sure that you're subscribing to that channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Yeah, I got to tell you, we're almost at 1,000 subs already on the Nonsequitur Show channel. Usually it takes about a year to get 1,000 subs. We've done it in 2 months, so I'm very happy for that. And I'd like to get this channel to 4,000 or 5,000 if possible. So please share the links. But I want to thank all the people that watch in the live chat and the people that listen to this that don't participate in the live chat. Please leave a comment and tell me about you. I'm really looking forward to getting to know some of these people that I see new names, but I don't know who you are. Introduce yourself. Let me know who you are because I only know the people that are in the live chat or that are in the Great Debate community that I have discussions with, or that interview me, or I interview them, or somehow interact with. But I know that a large amount of people watch these videos, but they don't interact. They leave a comment every so often, but I don't know their names. I don't recognize them. And I want to get to know all the people that watch the channel. So if you're a new person, if you have a name out there that I don't recognize because you haven't ever been in the live chat or you haven't ever been inside one of these hangouts, tell me about yourself. I really would like to get to know you, honestly. Because we have some people that have been around for a long time. Like Scott Spangler is in my live feed right now. And that dude, wow, I think he was in my very, very first broadcast that I had. And in fact, it's on the Steve McRae best of hits. It was brilliant. It was awesome. It was funny. So see, I know Jay. Yes, Jay. Of course, I know you. And I know Bull and Piggle. Yeah, I know all you guys, right? Max Sinise, I don't know who you are. I don't care. No, I'm kidding, Max. I love you. No, I know all the people in the live chat. I basically know, but all the people that leave comments after the video gets uploaded, I don't know those names. And I try to read every single comment. And so, yes, I pay attention to my DMs when I'm actually pay attention to my DMs. Thomas has messaged me from Holy Kool-Aid. He's like, wait, you mean Kent will be back tomorrow? Yes, Kent is back tomorrow, supposedly. But I do pay attention to my DMs on Twitter, but I'm not really doing it right now, but I don't seem to see any. So, so will you guys do that for me? So if you're a new listener, because I know a lot of people will tell me, hey, I just had like one today from Norway say, hey, I've been a long time listener for like 6 months, and which is a pretty long time. And I just want to tell you that I really enjoy listening to your podcast and your show, and it's entertaining, blah, blah, blah. And I like hearing something like that because it's not an ego thing by any stretch of imagination. It's just nice to know that people are entertained. And that's all that we're trying to do. We're trying to entertain people. That's what podcasts are for, to entertain. I'm entertained by various shows. I love watching um, videos by Holy Kool-Aid, and I love watching Prophet of Zod and all those guys. So I'm just as entertained as you guys. Uh, any other questions? Speak now, forever hold your peace. If not, you got to message me later. Pickle says, really enjoy the non sequitur show hangout, even with the disappointment. Yeah, you know what? I did too, Pickle. I got to tell you, that was a dumpster fire, but I got to say, I think we did a good job in making something of it. And I know Aron had a good time. I know he did. Um, we definitely we called it chaotic panic mode or something, but we were able to make something out of a bad situation, and we luckily salvaged it, and I think we did a good job. I'm not disappointed. So anyways, with that, guys, I'm going to leave you. So if you want to head over to Goddess Cranium's channel, I think he might be having a hangout, because I think Kyle's in there with some other people, and they're getting ready to start something. So with that, I want to thank all the people that watched this show and the Non Sequitur show and listen to the podcast and all the other channels in the Great Debate community, as well as the secular, free thought, atheist, agnostic channels and science loving channels that are out there. If you haven't joined us, come join us on the Great Debate community, and come join us on Facebook on Holy Kool-Aid's Science Loving Skeptics. Really great community. So, yeah, thank you, Jay. I appreciate your kind words. I very much so. And please leave comments. I do read all of them. And introduce yourself if I don't know who you are, and I will get to know you. I promise. And with that, thank you guys very much. And we'll see you tomorrow, 7 Eastern time. And we are going to make this shit happen. Aron Ra, Ken Hovind, Thunderdome. Peace.